I've been sleeping late, and if I'm speaking honestly, my dreams are the only place. Thought of you can't bother me.
Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. For today's video, we are going to do a little bit of a reading vlog. I'm actually in Austria right now, so I thought I could do a little bit of a reading vlog of me in Austria. And yeah, it's already our third day here, I think, but I still wanted to film something of my reading experience here. We mostly spend our time hiking and stuff because we are in the Alps, so that is the most obvious thing to do. But I have two books that I'm currently reading, which almost never happens. I usually only read one book at a time because it's kind of confusing for my brain. But I started reading The Storied Life of A.J. Thackeray, I think on Saturday, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm over halfway through actually, but I'm really enjoying it so far. I bought this book last week when I was in Prague, so if you haven't watched my Prague vlog, you should. And yeah, I started reading this one. It's about a bookshop owner, A.J. Thackeray, and you basically just follow his life of living, I guess. And it's really, really fun and interesting to read. It's very slice of life and very real. I also feel like the sentences just feel very genuine to me, and I really enjoy that about the book. It's also what I think is very interesting is that it isn't written from only one perspective or from only the outsider's perspective, but you get every single point of view of the people that you spend time with, I guess, because you get the view from the bookshop owner and from the police officer in town and from the different characters that he interacts with, and I think that is very interesting. It's also a very sweet story because he kind of adopts a child that has been left in his bookstore, and it is just a very sweet story, and I'm very much enjoying it so far. So I'm very interested to see I'm very interested to see how the story will continue. The other book that I'm currently reading is Camp Rainbow. I forgot who wrote it, but I will put it somewhere. And that one I'm actually listening to on audiobook, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm 2 hours into it, I think. I started listening to it yesterday, I believe. And it's actually a German book by a German author, so I usually do not read German books, but I thought it sounded very interesting and sweet, so I decided to give it a go. It's basically about a girl who is queer, and she goes to this camp, summer camp, every summer, and she loves it there. It's called Camp Rainbow, which is also the title of the book. Wow. And it's basically just a camp for queer kids, and I think that is so sweet. So I decided to start listening to it, and it feels very real so far. The characters and the stuff they feel is just so real to me. So I'm really enjoying that one as well. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm currently reading. I'm very intrigued to see where both of those books are heading.
To tell our friends we never been this happy. Waiting for the glass house to calm down.
We are currently hiking. I know, who would have guessed that I would ever go hiking? But the weather is kind of crazy because sometimes it's raining, then the sun's shining, then it's raining again. I wanted to show you my fantastic outfit. I'm wearing this way too big on me rain jacket. I'm wearing another fleece jacket, and I'm also wearing a One Direction t-shirt because I mean you have to make a fashion statement, so that's what I'm doing. I'm also wearing some new hiking pants that I got yesterday and my hiking boots. I did continue reading both of my books yesterday evening, and I also listened to Camp Rainbow this morning a little bit more. I think I'm over 60% through with The Storied Life of A.J. Thackeray, and I'm really enjoying it. And I think I'm 30% or so into Camp Rainbow. I'm also enjoying that one. It's a little bit cringy at times, But I feel like that's also just the vibe of it. So yeah, that was my little update. And we still have like 3.7 kilometers or so to go. It has almost been 2 hours since we started our little hike, and we've completed over 7.5 kilometers. That's crazy. But we still have a few more to go because we're going to a little town and we want to eat lunch there.
To tell you how I don't wanna be false heart, pretend we're picture perfect when we're breaking beneath the surface. I don't wanna be false heart, make love like we deserve it, to cover up what's hurting. Hey. I don't wanna be false heart.
Hello, it is now, what day is today? Thursday? Is today Thursday? Today's Thursday, and I have completed reading The Storied Life of A.J. Figgery, and oh my god, this book is so good. I am going to rate it a 5-star, I think, because it was just so like unique. I feel like unique is a very good word to describe this book, because I don't think I've ever read anything that is similar to it. It basically just followed this bookstore owner, A.J. Figgery, through his life, and it was so good. It was just such an interesting book, and I really, really enjoyed it, also because it showed like how life is. It showed like the happy parts and how something unexpected can really lift you up, but also how it can like tear you down. So I think that was just so well portrayed. And yeah, I personally really love this one. I also think what is really fun is that it isn't too long. Like, it's 300 pages, but the font is like fairly big in my opinion. I just really enjoyed reading this one, as you might be able to tell. What I also absolutely loved is that all of the people in this book are like bookish people, especially the like main characters, AJ, and the little girl who he then raises. I think I talked about what it is about earlier as well. And also some other people, and like the way he influences people to read more. I think that was just so sweet and so real. And he also compared so many things in life to like books and reading and different genres and stuff like that, and that just felt so fun to me. What I also really enjoyed was the writing of this book, and how like little sentences are like so true to life. So for example, the things we respond to at 20 are not necessarily the same things we will respond to at 40, and vice versa. This is true in books and also in real life. I feel like that is so true, because if you read a book at the wrong time in your life, you might not love it as much. Like, I feel like, so I'm personally a very big mood reader, so I pick up a book when I feel like reading it, and I feel like that just makes sense, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I absolutely love this. I would definitely recommend it. I'm still continuing listening to Camp Rainbow, and I'm really enjoying that one as well. I'm like almost at the halfway point, I think, and I'm excited to continue listening to that one.
I finish in the bathroom while you fall asleep without me, and our friends, they say they want this.
Hello, it is now a few days later. I'm already home again, as you can see. So yesterday was Friday, and we drove back to Munich to my sister's place and slept there for the night, and then drove home today, because otherwise it would have been a very long drive and my mom didn't want to drive that long. So that was how we kind of broke it up, and I actually finished listening to Camp Rainbow yesterday on the drive to my sister. I had actually quite, like, I think it was like about 2 hours or something that I still had left to like listen to, but I basically spent the whole drive back to her place just listening to that audiobook. And so I just wanted to give you guys a little review on that one as well, because I did review The Storied Life of A.J. Figgery earlier on, and I just wanted to talk about that book as well. So here's my little review. I really enjoyed listening to Camp Rainbow. I think the like narrator was very well chosen, and she like really brought the story to life. I think it really like portrayed what it is to be queer very well. I felt so connected to some of the characters because of their experiences, and I also really loved the setting. The setting was like one of the best things about the book. I love going to summer camp. I went to summer camp since I was 5 and I'm now 17, so I've got 12 years of summer camp under my back. Under my back? I don't think that's the right... Under my belt. Okay, I've got 12 years of summer camp under my belt. That is insane. Like, technically 11 because this year I didn't go to summer camp, but still, I think 11 years of summer camp is quite a lot. What also made it so much more enjoyable for me was that I was actually in the Alps while I read the book. So that was just really fun. I basically enjoyed the book. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, maybe like, comment, or subscribe. If you want to see more reading vlogs, definitely stay tuned. I'm thinking of making some fun little reading videos. I'm thinking something similar to a 24-hour readathon or something like that. So you heard it here first. That's going to be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, maybe like, comment, or subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!